the class, and then they'll start settling and listening to you, and then feel, ma'am, please come, let's do an activity, and then we'll study. You know? Okay, let's do this activity. Simon says, raise your right hand. Put your right hand down. But Simon did not say this. Simon says, put your hand down, then you'll put your hand down. Okay? This is the third time we are doing. Okay, let's start again. Simon says, right, raise your hand. Again, you have to tell me which hand. Okay, teachers, let's do it seriously. Okay. Simon says, raise your right hand. Simon says, put down your hand. Right hand. Simon says, raise your left hand. Simon says, put down your left hand. Simon says, move towards right. Towards your right. Please move towards your left. Why are you moving? Simon didn't say it. She moved. Okay. Simon says, move towards right. Simon says, move towards your right. Simon says, move towards your left. Simon says, move towards the back. Simon says, move in. Simon says, raise your right hand. Put your right hand. Okay. Simon says, put down your right hand. Simon says, make a circle. Move in a circle, rather. Move in a circle. Simon says, leave your hands. Simon says, touch your hands. Touch your hands. Okay, thank you so much for the spirit. Clap for yourself. I should say Hema says. Sometimes we'll become Simon, sometimes we'll become animals, sometimes we'll become a monkey. We become everything in class, right? Whatever children want us to be. Okay. Every classroom has some working agreements. Can somebody say what is a working agreement? Anybody? The last crew is very silent. Table number 17. Can somebody help me? What is working agreement?
Working. What's the question? Can you? Working agreement. Yes. If we have any work means we have to committed with the work. So that is called working. In my view.
Okay. So we have a workshop right now happening where we are actually sharing our experiences. So what would be the working agreement for this workshop? I'll go to the minority. That's what sir said. Minority community.
To learn something.
Learn something. Okay. Thank you. Anybody from the group?
To explain something.
Explain. I'm not teaching, sir.
So to explain something.
No, I know that, but I'm not explaining or teaching anything. I'm just sharing. Okay. Anybody volunteers?
Madam.
Sorry, sir.
We have consented to the.
Okay, you have consented to in the working agreement. Wonderful.
While joining in the institution, I agree with the management that I will teach effectively, I will improve the students. That is agreement with me and in management.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else wants to share anything? What could be the working agreements? Whenever this is also a strategy, you can make a note of it. Whenever we enter the class, I have some dreams from my class. I want my class to be like this. I want my class to be ready with the resources. I want my class to be ready with their pencils, ready with the books. It never happens though. We all are aware. We go and we'll say, can we all open our books, please? And then children start fighting whether they brought the book or not, right? What is the working agreement here for the workshop is, I always go to the class and write this on the board. There are two columns here. One is must-haves. Other is amazing criteria. These are the two things. I want my class everyone in the class to follow must-haves. That is mandate. Okay? And if somebody is showing something amazing, that's the amazing criteria. Okay? So let's say, for example, this is the workshop happening. I have some must-haves. Respect breaks, start times. So we didn't start on time though today. It was supposed to start at 9:15. We started at 9:40. Okay? Must-haves, clarify doubts, encourage dialogue. That's a must-have. Contribute openly and engage fully in the activities. Whichever activities you're doing today, engage yourself completely. Allow everyone to speak and listen. Giving air time. You understand what air time is. When someone is speaking, you will listen to them. What happens in the class? One boy or a girl is speaking, the other starts raising the hand, ma'am, can I, ma'am, can I, ma'am, can I, can I. You will not allow us to listen to the boy who is speaking already, right? So when I write this, you are allowing the others to speak. You will not interrupt. This is a reiteration in the class. Keep reiterating. If child is interrupting you, just show the board. There's a must-have. Please go through it. Automatically, children will be in place. They know that they have to follow this, right? And then you have amazing criteria. Somebody who is able to collate the ideas. Somebody who is able to summarize what is being happening in the class. That's the amazing criteria. Here, amazing will be silencing your phones. Okay? Not using the phones while the workshop is happening. And if at all, it's between you and me. If at all somebody's phone rings, just say, Kaja sir is calling. You say, principal ma'am is calling, I can't help, I have to pick the call. It's just to escape. Otherwise, we can't. Do you carry mobiles to classes? You do carry? Okay, but you do use them in the class? No. Okay, thank you. So, I have written so many working agreements. You need not have so many working agreements. You can just have 2 or 3 for a day as per your subject. I'll tell you one example. Suppose I've given a question, okay, on the screen, because we only use laptops to teach in the class. I have put up a question on the screen and I have asked my crew members to discuss the answer among themselves, and one from the crew will be the leader to give the final answer. Okay. Now, when I say that I have a question here, my must-have would be, I would want one clear answer from one crew. This is called as a crew, from one crew. That's a must-have. Second, using correct statement. That's the second must-have. What will be the amazing criteria? Use of scientific terminology appropriate for the answer. If somebody is able to use those scientific terms correctly in the answer, that's an amazing criteria for me. See, in that way, what am I cultivating in the class? I am getting the ideas from everybody. Some are using scientific terms, some are not using scientific terms, but ultimately everybody is getting an answer in the class. There is no child who is left without an answer. Because everybody is answering, a child who is never talking also will grasp something from everybody's answer and try to write an answer by himself or herself. Right? So these are very important in the class. Just write one amazing and one must-have also is enough. Just to reiterate to them that this is required in the classroom. Right? This is a must-have and amazing which I always use in my class, and it works wonders. So this one I also learned from a differentiation course which I did from Harvard University. Harvard University course is an offline course, and this is for 3 months course where we had to do a lot of strategy in the classroom and video record it and send it to them, how it is working in the classes. And this worked wonders. I tell you, teachers, all may not work in your classes, or at least few of them will definitely work in your classes where you find some kind of an indiscipline happening. If you have an indiscipline, or a child is not listening to you, or a child is saying that I cannot connect what you are saying, keep writing it on the board. It will help you a lot. This is also one of the strategy. Now, what does this look like is, it's not just about what students think. We all know that a lot of information children get from various sources, but they still listen to us as well. Yes or no? They don't say that, ma'am, I've already seen this on the YouTube. Ma'am, I've already seen this, read this on Google. But still they listen to us, right? That means children know much more than what we know these days. The exposure is so high. A lot of children in my class ask me so many questions which I might have not studied when I was a student. I go back, I explore, I come to the class and teach them, okay, where did you study this? That means children today are much more evolved than us. And we also need to evolve along with them. You can't be always a traditional core teacher. I want only the blackboard and a chalk. I will be like this. Today's generation will not listen to you. They have much more information than what we have. Let's evolve along with them and become much better than them, what the present generation is seeking for, right? Now, there's a small icebreaker, and I specifically asked Amir sir to make the cruise in a way that friends are not sitting together, departments are not sitting together. Within a crew, tell me, how many of you know each other very well? You all know each other very well? Those who are sitting in groups? No? Very good. I want this only. Should not know each other. Now let's do a small activity. There are two activities that we do now. This is again an icebreaker for your class also, to make more friends inside the class. Okay? Sometimes we have one or two friends, no? We don't talk much with others because we are very close. So what each one of you will do, this is a 5-minute activity. Each one of you will say 2 truths about yourself and 1 lie. That means you will say 3 statements, out of which 2 are truth, 1 is a lie about yourself. For example, let me say, I never missed any meeting, okay, of the school. Or, I never came late to the school in my lifetime as an educator. Or, I'm always on time for any task given to me. It could be right, it could be wrong, right? So, you will not say to the other person whether you are saying this a truth or false. You will just say 3 statements about yourself. The other people have to guess what are the 2 truths and what is the 1 lie about it. Okay? Any clarity needed in this activity? Anybody? You will just say 3 statements to people present around, and but the other people will guess which are the 2 correct statements, which is 1 lie. Okay? 5 minutes are given to this. Okay, let's start. We'll have a lot of chaos in the class. It's okay. How many more minutes? Just show me in fingers. How many more minutes? 1, 2, 3. 3 minutes more? Will it be okay? After 3 minutes, we'll be able to finish? When you hear me, clap once. Clap once. Teachers, when you hear me, clap once. When you hear me, clap twice. It's not in sync at all. When you hear me, clap twice. When you hear me, clap twice. When you hear me, clap once. When you hear me, clap thrice. Thank you. So, if I give a task in the class, children keep doing 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I give 5 minutes to them. They do for 15 minutes. So I say, when you hear me, clap twice. I'm a very bad communicator. Okay. So this is an activity again. I'm telling you small activities which bring students' attention towards you. Instead of saying, stop talking, please listen to me. We keep using these words. Just say, when you hear me, clap twice. You can hear me now? So you can shift that side, no otherwise. Want to shift? You don't ask me. If you want to shift, you can shift. It's your class. You want to sit with somebody else, you can. So they are not able to, Amir sir, where are you? This group can't hear me. Can we shift them somewhere in the center? The first group, sir. They are saying I'm not audible. Am I not audible? Okay, so this is a small activity that I do in the class when I want, because what happens is one crew completes very fast and they start chit-chatting. My work is done. Ma'am, I am done with the work. I still chit-chat. So to bring back their attention, I'll say, when you hear me, clap once. Or when you hear me, clap twice. This is a strategy to bring everybody's attention towards you. Or you could also say, see here. When I say see here, children say, what is ma'am showing us? They just turn towards you. So any of the strategy you can use in the classes. I'm not here to tell you what you have to do, teachers. It's just that what I do in the class, and it is working for me, I'm just sharing with you. Okay? So this worked really well for me. I have the most brightest class. I have the most naughty class. Both the classes are with me. And every year I get one class which is the most naughtiest. Entire class, 50% are naughty. And 50% are the ones who try to understand what ma'am is teaching. So I use different strategies for different classes, whichever works. When you have a brightest class, it is a problem. When you have a naughty class, it is a problem. Then how to deal? When I have a bright class, they are so bright that they complete the task within 5 minutes. I don't have anything to do with them. Right? And if I have a naughty class, they don't do the work only. Two extremes, But still, a lot of strategies are there which will help us to be at ease and be happy and enjoy with your students. How it is, right? Now everybody has got a post-it on your tables. Can you see the post-it? One of you can take, this is the sticky note, this is called as post-it. Each one will take one post-it, or you can also do, because we have paucity of time, one particular group will write one thing that I want to know today or understand today and put it on the table, this board. As a crew, discuss what you want one thing to know or something that is challenging for you, which you want a solution for. You will write it on the sticky note. Anything that is a challenge for you in the school or something that you want to learn new today, just write it as a group on the sticky note and put it there. We'll try to at least give some solutions to those. Okay? So I'm just giving you 2 minutes, 1 minute for discussion, 1 minute for writing and putting on the board. You can discuss among yourselves.
Can we write all the points of each one or only one
I got
point?
10 points. 10 points you want to solve today?
Just only
No,
one
ma'am.
paper or
One
for
sheet.
each one we have one sheet.
They want to write the table number now? It's not necessary.
One minute more. Okay, look here. Did not work. When you hear me, stand up. You already stood. Okay. When you hear me, stand up. There are naughty kids who are not standing up on the right. Sir is lost. Who kya rahe? You say, what is happening? Why are we standing? Okay, I have given you 2 minutes. We have gone beyond 2 minutes, so I asked you all to stand. Sorry for that. Please sit down. Please sit, everyone. Thank you so much for being so engaging. Most of the questions are common. How to manage with a mixed lot of children, where you have slow learners. We also have slow learners in the class. I have SEN kids, special education need kids. I talked to the other sir also, Kaja sir also, whether you have the SEN kids. He said, yes, ma'am, we do have. We have special education need kids. We have EWS kids as well, economically weaker sections. They have language barrier. They can't read, they can't write, but still we have to enroll them in our school. We know how struggling it is for us to teach them, to make them understand. Since I am very much fluent in Hindi, sometimes I make them sit with me, explain the concept in Hindi, because they don't understand the concept only when we're teaching English. So most of this is how to deal with naughty kids, or how to deal with the kids who in a class where I have mixed lot of children. Most of us have the common challenges. Let's try to solve them in the best way possible. What works for me, I can share with you. If you can also share that something that really worked well with your class, so that I can take back and use in my classes as well. Now, we all are aware about what is required for the present generation, not knowing what is YouTube. See, children today, I'm saying children, I'm sorry. See, educators, when we are in a classroom, children talk about influencers. Today, internet influencers are blooming. Children feel that I can also be an internet influencer. They go to YouTubes. They go to physics wala to study physics. In my own class, when I have done with my class, children say, Ma'am, I have a doubt in physics. Can you open your laptop and show me physics wala video? I said, why? Why don't you ask your physics teacher? No, ma'am. He explains very well. What does that mean? It's an insult for a teacher who is standing there. You say that your physics teacher don't teach you. Physics wala video is better than a teacher. So what is required for us? Everybody is teaching. I am also teaching. But why am I different from a physics teacher or a bio teacher or some other XYZ teacher? Because I have done something better than others. Maybe I had that connect with my students. Today, what is required for the children is not knowing the subject. Children know the subject from various sources. They know what is digestive system and the process of digestion before I teach them. Then what is new they are learning from me? They should know how to apply this in their real life. See, I don't know because yours is a state government school, mine is a CBSE school I come from, where I teach. We have concept of blood components, okay? Blood and its components. And CBSE says RBC, WBC, blood platelets. It doesn't use the term erythrocytes, leukocytes, the terminologies that you, I think how many bio teachers here? Okay, thank you. So when I teach them, today children don't need extra information. Ma'am, where is this given in the textbook? Which page number? The child questions me. The child asks me, I have taught them RBC/erythrocytes. Immediately, they open the NCERT book. Now, where is this, in which page, which line is it written erythrocytes? I said, it's not written in the textbook. The child asked me, then why are you teaching me? I said, you don't need me then. If everything, what I'm teaching is only from the textbook, you don't need me. You can read by yourself, you can do your exams by yourself. I said, have you ever been able to study your blood report? Everybody goes for a blood report, right? Most of the reports talk about erythrocyte count, leukocyte count. I asked, did you ever read your hemogram? Hemogram is a blood report. No, ma'am. Something is given, we don't understand. I said, that's the reason why I'm teaching you. I'm not asking you to be doctors. Not all 40 students of my class can be doctors. But you should be able to read your own blood report. That means what you're learning, you're putting it in practice. My own example I give in my class, I was in grade 6th. I'm going beyond time, but I have to tell this to you all. I was in grade 6th. You can see my throat little bulged here. Some is very prominently bulged. My father felt it must be a thyroid. You all have talked about goiter. Again, bio teachers will, or others will also understand what goiter is. My father felt it's a goiter. He took me to a very famous hospital, I don't want to take the name here, in Hyderabad. We were there in Hyderabad that time. Doctor sir, he asked me to go for the blood test. I went for the blood test, T3, T4 levels, they tested. Surprisingly, everything was normal. It was normal. We went to the doctor. Doctor said she has goiter. He gave me electrol as a medicine. Look at the irony. My father is a scientist. He was working with GSI, Geological Survey of India. He was a director in GSI. I am a grade 6 child. At least I can read, right? We both did not see the report. Blindly went to the doctor. Doctor blindly gave the medicine. I blindly took the medicine. I took it for 18 long years without getting retested. Very much educated. Mother is educated. Mother is MA Sahitya Ratna. I am educated. Father is a scientist. Blindly took the medicine, having trust on a doctor. And suddenly, on one day, I was not able to get up from my bed. I went to the doctor. Doctor said, you have an autoimmune disorder. Have you been using any medication for a very long time? I said, yes. He said, why are you using? I said, my test said that I had goiter. Doctor asked me to use. I used it. Good thing was, I had that report with me at that time. I gave that report. He was so furious on us. Can't you read your report? Everything is normal. Why have you taken the medication for a so long time? It mutated your genes and you got autoimmune disorder. In my body, for 19 long years, it mutated my genes. It changed my sequence. And I have autoimmune disorder, which has no cure. It has no cure at all. You can see my hand, I can't stretch beyond this. Why? There is no cartilage at all. Both my knees are replaced. I have a knee replacement, total TKR done. I have a C1, C2 surgery done. My body has so many surgeries. Just because of this autoimmune disorder, just because of the negligence. I give my own example in my class. Look at me, children. If I'm teaching something to you, there is a relevance. Why I teach in the class. So the need of the hour is to understand how to put your whatever you learn in practice. Best technology usage we do in the class, but then is it helping a child in the future? That's important. Just showing the video is not important. You have to give the relevance of that video to the students. Why I'm showing you this video? I show them heart surgery to the class. Grade 10th class, I show heart surgery, open heart surgery video. Children close their eyes. They can't see so much of blood. I said, please see what they are doing. You should know how it is conducted, why it is conducted, why are they doing this? What is the reason for a heart surgery? How does the brain look like? Original brain. I had an opportunity to touch the brain, original brain. NBRC. I took students to NBRC. So today, don't confine yourself to classes. Go beyond the classes. That's what is needed because children know everything, what is there in the text. And what is most important is active student engagement. This is the major problem that you face. Half the students are focused, half the students are in their own fun, half the students stare at you what is happening in the class. How to bring that attention of the entire class is what is called as active engagement. So I'll give you some strategies for the active engagement so that some of your challenges that you have written will have some solution. And what is important is authentic assessment. How many of you do formatives as a pen paper test? Are your all formative assessments pen paper tests? You know what is formative assessment, no? All of them are pen paper tests or anything else you do? Sorry? Said something? Yes, you said something? Questions. Either you ask the questions and get the answers and you do, or you ask them to write. Can we have another mic also, sir?
Giving worksheets to the students to assess their level.
Sorry, come again.
Giving worksheets to assess their level.
Any online source you use for doing the assessment? 5 minutes, all 40 students are assessed. Do you use any tool like that? Yes, ma'am, you have something to say?
Oral assessment.
Okay. Anything else?
Slip. We can conduct any slip test. Objective type questions. Yeah, written. It may be.
Quizzes. Quizzes in the class?
Two group conduct with activities, some questions if you there. Yes, real life examples we can ask there. We can relate it with, we can come to the answer here.
Observation method practicals, ma'am. They can observe it and
Subject enrichment that we talk about. Okay. So majorly we do pen paper or objective or maybe sometime role play also. We do a lot of role play. I do a lot of what we call it as flip class. How many of you know what is flip class? Anybody? Have you heard of a flip class? Anyone? Yes, ma'am. I'm coming there.
In flipped classroom, we will have homework on the home. In the home, they will practice, and in the classroom, we will discuss about that.
So, giving some task at home, and that next. Maybe they will discuss that in the class and you summarize. This is one. What I do in a flip class is don't give anything to home. I'm not giving any homework to my children. I'll give time in the class. I do flip class not for every subject. For example, you have a chapter on environment. Okay, our environment, let's say. Very simple concept. Is there anything to teach in that? Nothing, right? So because we sit in a crew, I allocate the topics to the children. They will take out the textbook. They will study the text. They will create the flip charts, okay, based on their understanding. And as a group, they will come and present it to the class. I will spend only 2 hours, 50 minutes for preparation, 50 minutes for the entire class to discuss the concept. My chapter is done. I just have to summarize. I need not prepare a PPT. My assessment is also done. My class is also done. My assessment is also done. How is my assessment done? Everybody is speaking. They are contributing to the explanation. Both the things I do. My class is done, my assessment is done. And I tell my children, if you are absenting yourself while the presentation is on, you will be marked 0. The child don't want to get a 0. The child will definitely be present in the class. And you don't believe, one strategy I tell you, in my class I gave this flip class on, because I'm a bio teacher, I'm sorry, pardon everybody. I can't use any topics, I'm using only bio topics because I'm a biology educator. I gave a flip class on asexual modes of reproduction. It talks about binary fission, spore formation, these things. So we have 7 crews. I gave 7 different types of asexual modes of reproduction. They prepared their charts. In one crew, I had one child who was continuously putting his head down. He was neither contributing, nor speaking, nor involving. Time and again I was going. I said, I don't want to take his name. I was tapping on his back. I said, wake up, do something, contribute. He is least bothered to listen to what ma'am is saying. Ultimately, sometimes even we have some elasticity, after our elasticity it breaks. Then I said, I called him outside. Okay, let's go. We'll have some pep talk. I took him through the corridors of my school. I said, what do you like to do? You don't want to write, you don't want to involve, you don't want to study. Then what do you want to do? Ma'am, I'm a very good rapper. He's a rapper. He sings very well. I'm a very good rapper. Can I do a rapping on binary fission? He asked me. I said, let's go. His concept was binary fission only. I've given to him. He came back. I have a video of the child. I was searching yesterday to show it to you. He rapped the entire binary fission in the class. And he was so happy to rap that concept. When he rapped it, he understood it. If he don't rap, what he'll do, he will not study what is the process of binary fission. Because he has to do a rap, he studied what is binary fission and he created a rap out of it and he did a rap in the class. So what is important for us to bring the engagement is understand their abilities, understand their interests. For some, I will ask, list the important terms from the text. Those who want to list, they will list. I'll say, some of you can doodle the concept. You know doodling, no? Creating certain creatures, which is giving the concept. I say for some, write a paragraph of what you understood as a summarization of the concept. I taught a concept in the class